Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Indianapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there for the Raiders.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Powers through him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
First down, Las Vegas.
On play action, it's Carr. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score, Raiders 7, Colts nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 2. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Wentz now on 1st down. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Now Wentz again. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number 1 job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Brings us 4th down.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Colts nothing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 12. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They'll get this out wide to Taylor. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 30-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And a quick throw here that's complete. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr now on 1st down.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw is Carr. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a play fake. Carr on the move to his left.
That's into the hands of Gafford, complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
5 yards on the play.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Here's a diving catch right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Rico Gafford with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Score, Raiders 14, Colts 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Wentz. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On first down, Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
It's second and inches.
On play action, now Carr. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
At the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Taylor. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
First and 10, Taylor now. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On second and 12, Wentz. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. So the completion good for just 3. And just like that, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Carr now on 1st down.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of him.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A gain of 13 yards.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Mike 29. I'm here all day. 29 is a Mike.
Wentz going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Mike 29. Tackles. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Sunday. 29 is a Mike. Let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Colts 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
2nd and 6.
From the 29, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28, Colts 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Las Vegas, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year.
For more, you fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is. If you want me, come